Importance of legal identity in scaling FPOs. FPO Chapter 3 Part 11. In the early years of farmer producer organization movement, many groups assumed that their collective strength came solely from the number of members they could mobilize or the volume of produce they could aggregate. It was only over time, often through difficult experiences, that another quiet but decisive realization took hold. The strength of FPO also lay in its legal identity. A strong legal identity, clear registration, sound compliance history, transparent governance structure proved to be a gateway to new opportunities. It gave FPOs the credibility needed to access bank loans, government schemes, large buyer contracts, and external investments. Without it, even well intentioned and active collectives found themselves stuck at margin. Consider the example of a turmeric producer company in Nizamabad, Telangana. In 2009, the group managed to aggregate nearly 400 tons of turmeric from small farmers, offering a significant opportunity to negotiate better prices. However, because their registration documents had lapsed, renewal requirements, and their financial accounts had not been audited for 2 consecutive years, the company was ineligible to apply for a large export contract floated by a private buyer. Despite competitive pricing and product quality, the business opportunity was lost, a stark reminder that market access demanded not just production strength but also legal and institutional readiness. On the other hand, in Nasik, Maharashtra, a grape producer company that maintained consistent ROC filing, conducted AGMs with member participation, and held audited financial statements for 4 straight years, was able to secure 1 crore rupees working capital loan from a nationalized bank in 2011. The infusion allowed FPO to invest in pre-cooling facilities and packaging centers, leading to a 70% increase in export sales over the next 3 years. The importance of legal identity also extended to building trust with government programs. FPOs with clean compliance records found it easier to access schemes like the Equity Grant Scheme of SFSC, the Credit Guarantee Scheme, and the various state agriculture department support programs. In contrast, FPOs with pending compliance issues were often blacklisted or required to undergo lengthy rectification process before being considered eligible. A functioning legal identity served not merely bureaucratic ends but also internal cohesion. Regular AGM, timely audit report, and published annual accounts gave members confidence that their collective was being managed fairly. It reinforced the idea that the FPO was not just a loose network of farmers but a formal business entity operating under defined rules, obligations, and rights. As India's FPO movement evolved, policymakers and practitioners began to recognize that supporting FPOs meant supporting their institutional health as much as their business plans. Capacity building programs started to include training on compliance management, company law basics, and legal documentation process. NGOs and CBBOs often appointed part-time company secretaries to cluster of FPOs to ensure that legal responsibilities did not fall by the wayside amid daily operational procedures. The simple truth that emerged was this: production brings products to the market, but a strong legal identity brings opportunities to the producers. Understanding and investing in these aspects became one of the most critical pivots in scaling and sustaining farmer producer organizations in India. Thank you.